everybody. Welcome to our midweek check-in. My name is Dr. John Lucio. I practice integrative medicine and pain management in Jefferson City, Missouri. This is my wife.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jennifer Sue. I practice conventional gynecology and integrative medicine. We hope your week's gone off to a great start. Today's topic is elderberry, which is a beautiful berry. It's a purple berry. We're going to talk about where it's grown, is it safe to use, and what it's used for, and what people shouldn't use them. And what we'd like to do now is remind you to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and always hit that notification bell up there so you know when we've uploaded our next video. Elderberry is a beautiful, deep purple berry that's actually grown in North America, Asia, Europe, and Northern Africa. Actually tastes very good. If you should run across an elderberry plant, you should just eat it raw. So stay tuned for that later on.
Well, as she mentioned, elderberry is actually found in many different countries. It's known as Sambucus nigra. There are multiple studies using elderberry in treating cold and flu symptoms. Now, I want to make clear that it should not be used in the place of flu vaccinations or thinking it will provide you protection from the coronavirus. There's no studies that show that it does any of those things.
It's a neuroimmunidase inhibitor, and that means that it prevents the virus from attaching to our mucous membranes like our eyes, nose, mouth. And whenever that happens, then the virus cannot replicate in the cells and replicate their DNA. So the same thing happens when we take Tamiflu, which is a branded medication that is used to shorten the duration of the flu or to prevent it. Yeah. But it doesn't have the side effects like Tamiflu.
So the next question is, if you come across elderberry, should you eat it or try to prepare the syrup yourself to help prevent flus? Unless you really know the recipe, you really should not. Elderberries contain something called cyanogenic glycosides, which in the GI tract converts it over to hydrogen cyanide. So that's a poison. And it varies depending on the type of elderberry and its preparation. So you really should be careful when trying to do this yourself.
There's a lot of our patients that actually make their own elderberry, but they know the correct way to do it to avoid the cyanide poisoning that we can get from raw elderberry. One of my patients owns the Elderberry Apothecary, which I think is pretty cool. So you may be wondering what other benefits elderberry has. Well, it's very rich in vitamin C and fiber, and the dose of elderberry that you should take is that you can either take it every single day as a single dose to prevent the cold, prevent the flu, or when you're seriously in the middle of a sickness of the flu or the cold, you're going to want to take a standardized extract. So whenever you buy these over the counter at your local health food store or the grocery store, make sure it says Sambucus elderberry on the back on the product information. Make sure it has standardized extract. It's very, very important that it's when you're really sick that you're taking 3.8 grams of a standardized extract of Sambucus elderberry, which is equivalent to about 600 milligrams that you would take 3 times a day in the middle of being really, really sick. If you're just taking it for prevention, you can just take 1 dose, 50 milligrams a day. Another safe population that we always get asked as obstetrician gynecologists is it safe for my child? Is it safe in pregnancy? And the answer to both is yes, with a caveat is that in children it is safe down to as young as age of 2 months of age is safe to use in kids. And it is safe to use in pregnancy. Elderberry is also found to be just as effective against influenza A, influenza B, adenovirus, bird flu, rhinovirus, adenovirus, and some herpes viruses. So you may be wondering, wow, elderberry is great. It keeps me from being sick. Well, be very, very careful to use this if you have an autoimmune disorder. Autoimmune disorders are diseases like lupus or rheumatoid arthritis, because your white blood cells are already attacking your own body. And when we strengthen that, it's a theoretical risk that you really could attack your own body worse by helping those white blood cells attack your body by taking elderberry. Isn't that weird? But there's so many other things that you can take whenever you're in the middle of a cold, and we'll link the video that we did up there. There's so many other supplements and botanicals that you can take. You don't have to take elderberry. Today's topic is just the star is elderberry.
Yeah,
I can't wait till next subject. It's going to be good.
Yep. We're going to be talking about the raw diet. So long, everybody. That's it for today.